We've been meditating all week on the fruits of the resurrection, and it's clear from the resurrection narratives in the scriptures that on the one hand, Jesus' resurrection is not simply a spiritual experience. It's not just this subjective experience that the apostles had. The risen Jesus has a body that still bears the wounds. He eats a piece of fish to prove to them that he's not simply a spirit, he's not a ghost. On the other hand, the resurrection isn't simply the resuscitation of a corpse. Jesus raises Lazarus, the daughter of Jairus, and the son of the widow of Nain back to life, but he brings them back to their earthly life. Resurrection of Jesus is something different. Jesus has a new relationship to all of reality after the resurrection. It's not simply the rising of his earthly body, although that's incorporated into the mystery. That has implications for us because it means that salvation for us is not simply the salvation of our soul, as essential as that is. It's also what happens to us in this life, what happens to us as embodied spirits, as human beings. So to proclaim the abundance of the resurrection also means that we serve the human needs of our brothers and sisters. It's why the Catholic Church runs the largest educational system, the largest healthcare system. We do more for the poor than any other institution in the world. We do that because we see ourselves as servants of the human person, body, soul, mind, and heart, that has been redeemed by Christ and created by God. Therefore, the dignity of the human person is a cornerstone of our Catholic faith, and it's because Jesus rose both in body and in spirit. So already he wants us to taste and to know the abundance of his risen life, not to wait until we're dead, again, as important as heaven is, but right here, right now, to know the abundance, to taste the resurrection, to live as if, in a sense, we're already in heaven. St. Teresa of Avila said, for those on their way to heaven, all the way there is heaven. So we thank and glorify God for the gift of Jesus' resurrection. And as we come to the conclusion of this Easter season, we give thanks once again for the season of grace and for this promise of life and forgiveness and presence that we know and enjoy.